Finding God. Father, in the highest awareness of reality, there is nothing to think about but to know that you are here. You are invisible spirit, even to high spirit beings. You have hidden yourself from your creatures so you won't blind us, to challenge us to demonstrate faith, and to look for your actions in the universe. The blinding light of your presence is such that, to us lowly beings, you apparently occupy thick darkness. No wonder mankind is largely blind to your presence. We cannot see your spirit because it is inside our hearts and behind our eyes. You are everywhere in some dimensions, but only in a place before time and beyond space in other dimensions. You are the first cause and initial force of all creation, past, present, and future. You are the primal and original source of all true realities. You absolutely control and transcend all mind, matter, and all spirit. You allow evil to exist for a reason, even if it seems that you are not in control. You are manifested in a wide range of both mode and channel of reality. You are the primordial foundation of the cohesion of creation. You control all power. You see the activity inside stars, and you know the path for every lightning bolt. You slow down certain space energies to create matter. Gravity is your hand. Your fingers are the energy source of every subatomic particle. Material, mental, and spiritual energies are unified in you. You have given all of your power to your children, but you still have all that power. You can always turn the course of events as with the lifting of a finger. You unerringly carry out your eternal will with unchallengeable authority. There is no limit to the forces and beings which you may use to support your purpose, to create mortals in your image. All of your children are safe in the midst of the energy upheavals and the physical disruptions of the forming galaxies, for you constantly uphold all things with order and security. No one or thing could pluck us out of your hand. You lovingly and gladly downstep, alter, weaken, and reduce your infinity to get near us. This is why creation is the way it is. Time and space are your arms, and the means by which we finite beings can exist in the same universe with you. Nature, from the galactic to the microscopic, is the varied and sometimes marred thread of perfection stretching from you down to us. You can know all and be known by all, love all and be loved by all. You are infinite personality and often unpredictable. You are a person. You are a benevolent and devoted father, warm and eager, love-dominated. You are eternally driven by the perfect idealism of ultimate love, and that tender nature finds embodiment in infinite love. You are love. Your only personal conduct toward all universe matters is always a reaction of affection, be it discipline or reward. You do not regard any of your children above any other. You love any miserable sinner as much as you love Jesus. You rejoice when we rejoice, and you are crushed when we are crushed. You are full of compassion, gracious, long-suffering, full of mercy. Your mercy reaches from eternity to infinity. You are the Father of forbearance and the God of enrichment. Your faithful affection compels me to love you. Your loving generosity prompts me to worship you. You cannot know failure and defeat in your own experience, but you do share the consciousness of all the experience of failure and defeat of all the struggling souls of the evolutionary cosmos. You would be just as enthralling if you had none of your outstanding attributes. You have infinite cosmic powers, and the tender innocence of a newborn is only a glimpse of that aspect of your eternally gentle affection. Anyone who discovers your loving nature will increasingly love you, just as infants, becoming aware, begin to love their parents. The magnitude of your love leads my wicked heart to repentance. You are the eternal sanctuary for the souls of men and women. You mend broken hearts and heal the wounds of the soul. Forgiveness is a creature need, but it is an unreal concept to you, Father. You don't experience the broken connection that we do. You have a future in mind for each of your countless children that is never-ending unfoldment of progressively more wonderful realities and far beyond our grandest imaginings. Nothing decays that is nourished by love. We are indeed star children. The word love cannot begin to describe the unsurpassed affection of your infinite love. Your virtuous actuality in us is determined by our measure of cooperation with your spirit. For almost everything you have planned to do, you duplicate that part of yourself as a son or daughter to give them the pleasure of doing it. You have created and will create an unbelievably vast number of creatures of every imaginable and unimaginable kind to live in every imaginable and unimaginable place. It is often impossible to distinguish between your doings and those of your celestial associates. So perfectly do they fulfill your unfathomable purpose. You are the guiding spirit of universal eternal destination. You are the source and destiny of all existence. You never stop giving of yourself to all self-conscious life forms of the vast universe of universes. You send pieces of yourself to us in endless supply without notice or explanation. We then become pieces of you. You have given each of us a free will. That means we have the opportunity to create ourselves for the future satisfaction from the attainment of everything from the beginning by our own effort. No matter how much you give yourself to the universe, you are never any less in energy, wisdom, and love. Your personal and liberating touch overshadows the hearts and encircuits the personalities of all who can perceive that they are touched. You are experienceable, which surpasses all known experience. You are the perfection of never-ending beauty, truth, and justice. Your command to us is, "Be you perfect, even as I am perfect." And you have provided the means by which we can achieve that goal. In you there is no variableness nor hint of changing. You cannot grow or acquire anything because you are perfect. Your eternal purpose, like yourself, is perfect, forever changeless, and far beyond our comprehension. Your perfection of divinity is like the vastness of eternity, forever beyond the full grasp of the small mind of mortal man. There is no deficit in the beauty and perfection of your righteous nature. You are eternal truth, glorious integrity, and infinite reality. You are eternal energy, magnificent and august presence, transcendent ideal, and omnipotent spirit. You are the coordination and cohesion of infinity. You are absolute unity, notwithstanding the confusing manifestations of your elusive identities. You are consistent in spite of man's inconsistent views of you. You are the unity of personal and universal self-actualization. In you, the vast universe of the beautiful physical creation, the attraction of the arts, the nobility of real character achievement, science, philosophy, and spiritual experience all harmonize. In you we live and move and have our being. You are all and in all, but that is not all of you. You are manifested throughout the universe of universes, but the cosmos can never contain or encompass the totality of your infinity. You are the beginning and the end. You see the end from the beginning. You are without beginning or end. You see all of time in every mind, every spirit, and in every atomic and galactic corner, in every one of the hundreds of billions of galaxies, in every one of the near infinite number of inhabited planets at any given moment. To you there is no past, present, or future. You dwell in the panoramic ring of eternity. The universe and the universe of universes cannot encompass you. Even if the universe of universes is infinite, you would be found equal to and more than adequate for its leadership, management, and coordination. You are an impersonal force in some manifestations of reality, an upholder of absolute universe law. You are the laws of physics in the material realm. Our theory of relativity is as one of your appendages. Your justice cannot be swayed by the behavior or arguments of your children. You are not mocked, for mankind reaps exactly what it sows. We torture your spirit when we expose it to the evil thinking of the human race. You do not respond to emergencies. You know they are coming, but your eternal wisdom does not react, nor are you indifferent. Your activity is always purposeful, wise, gracious, and mindful of what is best for your entire eternal creation. Your comprehension and perception are infinite, and your magnitude is unfathomable. Your divine truth is hilariously excellent. You are conversing with the thought of all your children, even if we are not listening. Your knowledge of events is universal and perfect. You are absolute mind. You know each of our strengths and weaknesses. You try us and have given us the tools by which we will come out as gold, even should we fail a task 1,000 times. You are never subject to surprise. All things are naked and open to you. You remember that we are dust. In the eons of time, the interest of the part may appear to differ from the interest of the whole, but in the circle of eternity, such apparent differences are non-existent. Your survey, vision, wisdom, and love contain the eternal welfare of all your vast and far-flung creation. The staggering immensity of the space oceans of galaxies teeming with life is like your shadow. Your mighty force can create galaxies as with a nod. You are all-knowing and infinitely wise and tender in your affection for each of your children. With you, all things are possible. You are primal power, form, energy, process, pattern, presence, idealized reality, principle, and you are personal. You apply a sovereign will, perform the mandates of your creative mind, pursue the pleasure of the realization of your eternal purpose, and show a father's love and affection for your universe children. You are never jealous, angry, or vengeful. Such reactions are unworthy of humans, let alone divinity. You never make mistakes or have regrets, but you are grieved when your children refuse to comply with their own creation. You are by far the greatest experience in human life with no boundary. You will not be challenged to show yourself, for already and always you show yourself to our souls. We will look there when we want to find you. Your only restrictions are self-ordained for your ultimate purpose. You are hilariously magnificent, infinite, eternal, majestic, almighty, absolute, sublime, unfathomable, brilliant, exquisite, omnipotent, pure, outstanding, inspiring, incredible, and beautiful in all attributes. The only thing you can't do is be ungodly.